Most people have no idea how much their thinking shapes their reality. We're stuck in these mental loops, like a playlist on repeat, that keep us from reaching our full potential. That's where this book, You Become What You Think, comes in. It's all about flipping that script and showing you how to take control of your mental soundtrack. Why does this matter? Well, let's face it. Life's hard enough without your brain acting like a negative Nancy. Your thoughts don't just stay in your head. They spill over into your emotions, relationships, and even your success. The cool thing is, you can change this. You can actually rewire your brain to think in ways that work for you, not against you. Think of it like upgrading from an old glitchy phone to the latest model. Faster, smarter, and way more fun to use. Now you might be wondering, who is this for? Is this one of those self-help books that only works if you already have your life together? Not at all. This is for anyone who's ever felt stuck, doubted themselves, or wanted more out of life. Maybe you're chasing personal growth, trying to crush it at work, or just looking for a way to quiet that voice in your head that keeps saying you can't. Trust me, if you've got a brain, and I'm pretty sure you do, this book has something for you. So, are you ready to see how your thoughts can change your world? Stick around because we're just getting started, and things are about to get really interesting. Chapter 1. The Power of Thought. Every moment of every day. Your mind generates an unending stream of thoughts. Some are fleeting, others linger, and some take root so deeply that they define who you are and how you experience the world. It's easy to dismiss these thoughts as inconsequential. After all, they're intangible, invisible, and seem to evaporate as quickly as they arise. But the truth is, your thoughts are the architects of your reality. They are the foundation upon which every action, decision, and belief is built, shaping your emotions, your relationships, and your outcomes in life. Take a moment to think about the last time you felt genuinely happy. Chances are that happiness wasn't triggered solely by external circumstances. Instead, it likely came from the way you perceived and processed those circumstances in your mind. Perhaps it was the joy of reconnecting with a friend, the sense of accomplishment after a hard day's work, or even the simple pleasure of a quiet morning. In every case, the thoughts you attach to those experiences shape the emotions you felt. Now consider the opposite. When was the last time you felt overwhelmed or defeated? Did a single setback spiral into a cascade of negative self-talk? Did one small mistake feel like evidence of larger failings? The way you think about your experiences profoundly influences how you feel and, ultimately, how you respond. This connection between thought and outcome isn't just anecdotal. It's grounded in science. Studies in psychology and neuroscience consistently show that our brains are wired to follow patterns. Thoughts, when repeated, create neural pathways like well-trodden trails through a forest that make certain ways of thinking easier and more automatic over time. If you consistently think, "I'm not good enough," your brain strengthens the connections that support that belief, making it harder to think otherwise. On the flip side, intentionally focusing on positive, empowering thoughts can forge new pathways, enabling you to see possibilities and solutions where you once saw obstacles. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is one of the most exciting discoveries in modern neuroscience. It means your brain is not a static entity, fixed and unchanging. Instead, it's dynamic, adaptable, and capable of transformation throughout your life. Consider the story of Sarah, a teacher who struggled with feelings of inadequacy. Despite glowing feedback from her students and colleagues, she couldn't shake the belief that she was failing. Her internal dialogue was a constant refrain of, "I'll never be good enough," which led her to avoid taking on new challenges, further reinforcing her sense of stagnation. When Sarah began to challenge these thoughts, she noticed a shift. She started by writing down the evidence against her self-doubt, the heartfelt thank you notes from students, the praise she'd received from her principal, and the progress her students had made under her guidance. Slowly, she replaced her negative self-talk with affirmations like, "I am making a difference." Over time, her mindset changed, and with it, her willingness to embrace opportunities. She began leading workshops, mentoring new teachers, and even developing a new curriculum. Sarah's story illustrates how changing your thoughts can transform not just how you feel, but what you achieve. To understand how deeply thoughts influence actions, imagine you're standing at the edge of a diving board, looking down at the water below. If your thoughts are filled with fear, "What if I belly flop? What if I drown?" you're more likely to freeze or retreat. But if you tell yourself, "I've got this, it's just water, I'll feel amazing afterward," you're far more likely to take the leap. The action, diving, remains the same, but the thought preceding it determines whether you move forward or hold back. Yet, despite this powerful connection, many people fall into patterns of self-sabotaging thoughts. These patterns can be subtle, often disguised as realism or caution. You might think, "I'm just being practical," when, in reality, you're reinforcing a belief that limits your potential. Common self-sabotaging thoughts include, "I'll never be able to do that, things never work out for me," or "I'm not smart/talented/experienced enough." The first step to breaking free from these patterns is awareness. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they open doors or close them? Once you've identified self-sabotaging thoughts, the next step is reprogramming them. This process requires both intention and practice. One effective method is reframing. Let's say you think, "I can't handle this challenge." Reframe it to, "This challenge is tough, but it's an opportunity to grow." Notice how the second version acknowledges the difficulty, but shifts the focus to possibility and growth. Over time, consistent reframing can help you build new neural pathways, making positive thinking more automatic. Another powerful tool for thought reprogramming is visualization. This involves creating a mental picture of the outcome you desire as vividly and specifically as possible. Athletes often use visualization to prepare for competitions, mentally rehearsing their performance to build confidence and reduce anxiety. You can use the same technique to prepare for presentations, interviews, or any situation where you want to perform at your best. Visualization works because it activates the same neural networks as the actual experience, helping your brain feel familiar and prepared. The beauty of thought reprogramming is that it doesn't require monumental effort. It's about small, consistent actions. Start with a daily practice of gratitude. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, creating a positive feedback loop that can rewire your brain over time. Pair this with affirmations, short, powerful statements that reinforce the thoughts you want to cultivate. Examples include, "I am capable," "I attract opportunities," or "I am worthy of success." Say them out loud, write them down, or repeat them silently during moments of doubt. The journey to mastering the power of thought is not about perfection. It's about progress. Every small shift in your thinking creates ripples that extend into your actions, relationships, and ultimately your outcomes. As you move through this book, you'll discover more tools and strategies to build on this foundation, turning your thoughts into the powerful allies they were always meant to be. For now, remember this: your thoughts are not just fleeting whispers in your mind. They are the seeds from which your reality grows. Choose them wisely, nurture them consistently, and watch as they transform your world. Chapter 2: The Science Behind Belief Systems. Beliefs are the bedrock upon which much of our behavior, thoughts, and decision-making rest. They are not simply abstract concepts or ideas. They are deeply ingrained, functioning as an invisible framework through which we view and interact with the world. Beliefs shape our perceptions, influence our emotions, and guide our actions, often in ways that we are unaware of. The science behind belief systems is complex, yet understanding how they form and influence our lives is crucial for personal growth and transformation. In this chapter, we will explore how beliefs develop, particularly during childhood, and examine the ways in which they continue to shape our adult lives. Furthermore, we will look into how we can challenge and reshape limiting beliefs that may hold us back from reaching our full potential. At the core of belief formation is the mind. The mind, particularly the subconscious, plays a pivotal role in shaping the beliefs we hold. The subconscious mind is where many of our automatic thoughts and behaviors reside, influencing our daily actions without us consciously thinking about them. These beliefs are the result of repetitive thoughts and experiences, often formed during our early years of life. While conscious thoughts can be directed and altered with effort, the subconscious is more resistant to change, and it operates in the To understand the formation of beliefs, it is important to first recognize how our minds work. The mind is like a vast network, constantly processing information and creating connections. Every experience, every interaction, and every piece of information we receive is filtered through this network. In childhood, this network is particularly malleable. The brain is actively absorbing information from its environment, and children are highly impressionable. Their beliefs about themselves, others, and the world are shaped by their experiences and the messages they receive from parents, caregivers, and society at large. These early experiences have a profound impact on how we perceive the world and ourselves as adults. For example, a child who experiences constant praise and encouragement for their achievements may grow up believing that they are capable and competent. On the other hand, a child who faces criticism or neglect may internalize the belief that they are not good enough or that they are unworthy of love and success. These early beliefs may not always be consciously acknowledged, but they continue to influence the individual's behavior, choices, and responses throughout life. In adulthood, these beliefs often manifest in the form of self-esteem, confidence, and patterns of behavior that can either empower or limit an individual. As adults, we may not always be aware of the influence that these early beliefs have on us. Often, they operate below the level of conscious awareness, quietly driving our thoughts and actions. A person may struggle with feelings of inadequacy or fear of failure, yet may not fully understand where these emotions originate. They may blame themselves for these feelings, believing that they are inherently flawed or incapable. However, these feelings often stem from long-held beliefs formed in childhood, beliefs that were shaped by early experiences and messages from others. Understanding this connection between childhood experiences and adult beliefs is the first step in uncovering the root of many challenges we face in our lives. One key area where beliefs play a significant role is in decision-making. The beliefs we hold about ourselves, our abilities, and the world around us shape the choices we make, often without us even realizing it. A person who believes that they are unworthy of success may avoid opportunities for growth or self-promotion, fearing that they will be rejected or judged. Conversely, someone who holds a strong belief in their own competence and worth may be more inclined to take risks and pursue their goals with confidence. Our beliefs act as filters, determining which opportunities we see as available and which we ignore. The impact of beliefs on decision-making extends to all areas of life, including relationships, career choices, and health. For example, someone who believes that they are destined to fail in relationships may subconsciously sabotage their connections with others, creating patterns of behavior that reinforce their belief. Similarly, an individual who holds limiting beliefs about their health, such as believing that they are destined to experience chronic illness, may be less likely to take proactive steps toward improving their well-being. These beliefs, rooted in past experiences and reinforced over time, have the power to shape the course of our lives, often leading us to make decisions that are consistent with what we believe to be true. The good news is that beliefs are not fixed. While they are deeply ingrained and often formed during childhood, they are not immutable. The brain is neuroplastic, meaning it has the ability to change and adapt throughout life. This adaptability offers hope for those seeking to challenge and reshape limiting beliefs. By understanding the science behind belief formation, we can take conscious steps to reprogram our minds and replace outdated or harmful beliefs with more empowering ones. One of the most effective ways to challenge and reshape limiting beliefs is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By becoming more aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can begin to recognize when our beliefs are influencing our behavior in negative ways. For example, if we notice that we are avoiding an opportunity due to fear of failure, we can pause and question the validity of that belief. Is it based on reality, or is it a reflection of past experiences that no longer serve us? By questioning our beliefs and considering alternative perspectives, we can begin to dismantle the ones that limit us. Another powerful technique for reshaping beliefs is through cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying and challenging negative or irrational beliefs and replacing them with more rational, positive alternatives. Cognitive restructuring is a process of reframing our thoughts and beliefs in a way that allows us to see situations from a different, more empowering perspective. For instance, instead of believing that we are destined to fail, we can reframe that belief to one that acknowledges the possibility of growth and learning from failure. By repeatedly practicing this process, we can gradually shift our mindset and adopt more empowering beliefs. In addition to mindfulness and cognitive restructuring, another valuable tool for transforming beliefs is affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves in order to reinforce new beliefs. For example, if we want to cultivate a belief in our own worthiness, we might repeat the affirmation, "I am worthy of love and success each day." Over time, these affirmations can help to rewire the subconscious mind, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. While affirmations alone are not enough to create lasting change, they can be a powerful tool when combined with other practices like mindfulness and cognitive restructuring. The process of reshaping beliefs requires patience and persistence. Beliefs are not formed overnight, and they do not change overnight. It takes time and consistent effort to reprogram the subconscious mind. However, with dedication and practice, it is possible to replace limiting beliefs with ones that empower us to live more fulfilling and successful lives. A key element in this process is self-compassion. Many individuals who struggle with limiting beliefs may also struggle with feelings of shame or self-criticism. They may believe that they are flawed or that they are not deserving of change. However, self-compassion is essential for overcoming these feelings and creating a more positive mindset. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can begin to accept our flaws and imperfections, recognizing that we are worthy of growth and transformation. Self-compassion allows us to approach the process of reshaping beliefs with a sense of patience and grace, rather than frustration or self-blame. The science behind belief systems teaches us that our beliefs are not fixed truths. They are the result of repeated thoughts and experiences, many of which are shaped during childhood. However, through conscious effort, we have the power to challenge and reshape these beliefs, creating new ones that empower us to lead more fulfilling lives. By understanding the role of the subconscious mind, becoming more aware of our beliefs, and using techniques like mindfulness, cognitive restructuring, and affirmations, we can transform the beliefs that no longer serve us and replace them with ones that support our personal growth and success. This process is not easy, but it is possible, and it begins with a deep understanding of how our beliefs are formed and how we can reshape them to align with our true potential. Chapter 3. Mindset Transformation. Mindset is one of the most powerful factors that shape our success in life. It's the lens through which we perceive challenges, failures, and opportunities. The way we think about our abilities, our potential for growth, and the world around us can either propel us forward or keep us stagnant. Among the most significant distinctions in mindset are the concepts of fixed and growth mindsets. Shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is not just about thinking positively. It is about fundamentally changing how we approach learning, failure, and success. In this chapter, we will explore the difference between these two mindsets, understand how adopting a growth mindset can unlock greater potential, and look at actionable strategies for cultivating resilience and adaptability. Through examining real-life examples, we'll see how a mindset shift can transform lives. At the heart of this transformation is the understanding that mindset is not a fixed trait. It is something we can actively choose to cultivate and change. A fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents are static, something we are born with and cannot fundamentally change. When faced with challenges, individuals with a fixed mindset are more likely to give up or avoid difficult situations altogether because they believe their abilities are limited. They see failure as a reflection of their inherent lack of ability rather than an opportunity for growth. In contrast, a growth mindset is based on the belief that our abilities can be developed through hard work, perseverance, and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and view effort as the key to mastery. They see failure not as a personal flaw, but as an essential part of the learning process. The distinction between these two mindsets has profound implications for how we approach life. Consider the difference in how someone with a fixed mindset might respond to a failure compared to someone with a growth mindset. Imagine two individuals who fail an important exam. One person with a fixed mindset might immediately feel defeated, thinking, "I'm just not good at this," and give up on trying to improve. This individual may even avoid similar challenges in the future, believing that success is reserved for those with inherent talent. On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset would likely think, "This is a setback, but I can learn from it," and then seek out strategies for improvement. They view failure as part of the journey to mastery, a temporary hurdle rather than an insurmountable obstacle. The power of a growth mindset lies in its ability to foster resilience and adaptability. Life is full of uncertainties and challenges, and how we respond to these obstacles determines whether we move forward or remain stuck. A growth mindset encourages us to approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset, to see mistakes as valuable lessons, and to persist in the face of adversity. It enables us to develop a deeper sense of self-efficacy, the belief that we have the ability to influence the outcomes of our actions through effort and learning. With a growth mindset, setbacks become opportunities for growth, not evidence of failure. One of the key strategies for cultivating a growth mindset is to reframe our internal dialogue. The thoughts we have about ourselves and our abilities greatly influence our actions. For instance, when faced with a challenging task, we might have the instinctive thought, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard." However, by shifting this internal narrative to, "I can learn this with effort," or "this is a chance to grow," we begin to approach the situation from a place of possibility rather than limitation. Reframing our thoughts in this way changes how we experience challenges and opens up new possibilities for growth. Another strategy for cultivating a growth mindset is to embrace the concept of yet. The word yet is a simple but powerful tool in shifting our perspective. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," we can say, "I can't do this yet." This simple addition signals to our brain that mastery is possible with time and effort. It helps break down the all-or-nothing thinking that is characteristic of a fixed mindset and create space for progress and improvement. For example, if you're learning a new skill, instead of thinking, "I'm terrible at this," you might think, "I'm not good at this yet, but I'm improving with each practice session." In addition to reframing our thoughts, it is also important to focus on the process, not just the outcome. People with a growth mindset tend to value effort, progress, and perseverance over the immediate results. This focus on the process allows for a more enjoyable and sustainable journey toward growth. When we value the effort we put into learning rather than just the end result, we are more likely to stay motivated and engaged even when the results are not immediately apparent. The process becomes the reward, and growth becomes its own form of success. To fully embody a growth mindset, it's essential to embrace challenges and view them as opportunities for growth. Many people, especially those with a fixed mindset, shy away from difficult tasks because they fear failure or judgment. They may prefer to stick to what they already know, avoiding situations where they might not succeed. However, the key to growth is stepping out of our comfort zones and pushing ourselves to take on new challenges. This could mean tackling a new project at work, learning a new skill, or even confronting emotional or personal challenges. It is through these challenges that we grow, and by viewing them as opportunities rather than threats, we shift our perspective and create the conditions for growth to flourish. A powerful aspect of a growth mindset is that it encourages us to seek feedback and learn from others. People with a fixed mindset may be defensive when they receive feedback, viewing it as criticism or proof of their inadequacy. In contrast, those with a growth mindset see feedback as an invaluable resource for improvement. They understand that constructive criticism is not a personal attack, but an opportunity to learn and refine their approach. By actively seeking feedback and using it to improve, we accelerate our growth and increase our chances of success. Resilience is another key characteristic of a growth mindset. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to adversity, and continue pursuing goals despite obstacles. People with a growth mindset are more resilient because they believe that challenges and failures are not permanent, and that they have the capacity to learn from them. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about learning how to navigate through it with persistence and determination. This adaptability allows us to face uncertainty with confidence, knowing that we can learn, grow, and eventually succeed. The power of mindset transformation can be seen in the stories of individuals who have successfully shifted from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset and transformed their lives in the process. One such story is that of Michael Jordan, often considered the greatest basketball player of all time. Despite his incredible talent, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of accepting this as a permanent setback, he used it as motivation to improve. He spent hours practicing, honing his skills, and pushing himself to become better. His mindset shift allowed him to view failure not as a reflection of his abilities, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. Jordan's story is a testament to the power of a growth mindset, demonstrating that setbacks can be the catalyst for future success. Another inspiring example is that of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers and struggled with financial hardships. At one point, she was a single mother living on welfare. However, she refused to let these challenges define her. She continued writing, believing in the possibility of success even in the face of rejection. Today, Rowling is one of the most successful authors in history, and her story is a powerful example of how a growth mindset can lead to extraordinary achievements. For those seeking to transform their own mindset, it is important to remember that change takes time. Shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is not an overnight process. It requires consistent effort, practice, and patience. However, the rewards of this transformation are immense. When we adopt a growth mindset, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities for learning, growth, and success. We begin to see failure not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to learn and improve. And most importantly, we gain the resilience and adaptability needed to navigate life's challenges with confidence and perseverance. Practical takeaways. 1. Reframe your internal dialogue by replacing fixed mindset thoughts like, "I can't do this," with growth mindset statements such as, "I can't do this yet." 2. Embrace challenges by stepping outside your comfort zone and viewing obstacles as opportunities to grow and learn. 3. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Value effort, progress, and perseverance as key elements of success. 4. Seek feedback and view it as an opportunity for improvement rather than criticism. Chapter 5. Cultivate resilience by recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of growth and that they do not define your ability to succeed. Chapter 4. Visualization and manifestation. Visualization and manifestation are often regarded as powerful tools for achieving personal and professional success. These techniques involve using the mind's ability to create vivid mental images to focus attention, increase motivation, and bring desired outcomes into reality. The concept is simple. By visualizing the success we want to achieve, we are actively shaping our reality and aligning our thoughts with our goals. However, the power of visualization goes beyond just imagining success. It is about cultivating a mindset that is attuned to opportunity, clarity, and determination. In this chapter, we will explore how to use visualization effectively, understand its connection to motivation, and address the common pitfalls of setting unrealistic goals. Visualization is not a new concept, nor is it exclusive to high achievers. Throughout history, fleets, performers, and entrepreneurs have used the technique to enhance their performance, overcome obstacles, and manifest their dreams. The act of visualizing involves imagining a scenario in detail, engaging all the senses to create a clear mental picture of the desired outcome. Similarly, when we visualize ourselves succeeding in a specific area of life, our brain prepares us to take the steps necessary to make that vision a reality. We begin to see opportunities that we may have overlooked, and our behaviors become more aligned with our goals. For instance, when an entrepreneur visualizes their business thriving, they are mentally rehearsing the actions they need to take to get there. They may begin to notice trends in the market, recognize potential partnerships, or feel a surge of energy when tackling challenges. This connection between visualization and motivation is not limited to just athletes or business people. In everyday life, anyone can tap into this power by consciously visualizing the life they want to create. Whether it's a career change, a personal achievement, or a healthier lifestyle, the act of visualizing what you desire activates motivation and drives positive action. The effectiveness of visualization relies on consistency and repetition. It is not enough to visualize success once and expect instant results. Like any skill, visualization requires practice. By making visualization a daily habit, you begin to rewire your brain to think and act in ways that support your goals. This is where the power of belief comes into play. The more you visualize your success, the more deeply embedded that vision becomes in your subconscious. Eventually, your mind starts to believe that this success is inevitable, and you align your actions with that belief. However, it is important to understand that visualization alone is not enough. Visualization is not about passively waiting for things to happen. It is a tool for enhancing action. It serves as a powerful motivator, but it must be paired with practical steps toward the goal. A person who visualizes themselves in perfect health but does not take action to improve their fitness, diet, or lifestyle will not see results. Visualization works when combined with the discipline and effort required to achieve the goal. In other words, it should serve as a catalyst for action rather than a substitute for it. The danger of visualization lies in its potential to lead to unrealistic expectations. While it is important to have a clear vision of your desired outcome, it is equally important to stay grounded in reality. Visualization should not become an exercise in fantasy where you imagine achieving a dream without considering the practical steps necessary to make it happen. For example, visualizing winning a lottery prize without any understanding of the odds or effort required would not produce meaningful results. Similarly, imagining a dream job without preparing the necessary skills, networking, or taking strategic action would not lead to success. Visualization is about creating a clear mental roadmap for success, but it must be accompanied by action that matches the scope of the vision. This distinction between realistic goals and fantasy can be seen in how people approach their personal dreams. Many individuals set grand goals, such as becoming an overnight success or achieving instant recognition, but they overlook the process required to get there. Real transformation happens when we focus on small, actionable steps that build momentum. The key is to use visualization to create a vision of success while remaining aware of the effort and persistence that it will take to reach that point. An effective way to avoid the pitfalls of unrealistic visualization is to break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. For example, instead of visualizing a massive career change without considering the practicalities, start by visualizing each phase of the process. Researching your new field, gaining the necessary skills, networking with people in the industry, and applying for jobs. By visualizing the individual steps, you reinforce your belief that the overall goal is achievable while also staying grounded in the reality of the process. Visualizing what you desire activates motivation and drives positive action. The effectiveness of visualization relies on consistency and repetition. It is not enough to visualize success once and expect instant results. Like any skill, visualization requires practice. By making visualization a daily habit, you begin to rewire your brain to think and act in ways that support your goals. This is where the power of belief comes into play. The more you visualize your success, the more deeply embedded that vision becomes in your subconscious. Eventually, your mind starts to believe that this success is inevitable, and you align your actions with that belief. However, it is important to understand that visualization alone is not enough. Visualization is not about passively waiting for things to happen. It is a tool for enhancing action. It serves as a powerful motivator, but it must be paired with practical steps toward the goal. Practical takeaways. Use clear and detailed mental imagery to create vivid pictures of your goals. Engage all of your senses to make the visualization as real and emotional as possible. 2. Pair visualization with action. While mental imagery is a powerful tool, it must be supported by concrete steps toward achieving your goal. 3. Stay grounded in reality by setting realistic goals and breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps to avoid the pitfalls of unrealistic expectations. 4. Visualize overcoming obstacles by mentally rehearsing challenges and imagining yourself succeeding despite setbacks. 5. Practice visualization regularly to strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed and to enhance your motivation.